Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm Nancy Joy, and this is the last Weekly Reflections of 2013. I can hardly believe it. So we're going to talk, of course, about 2014. I'm not a predictions person. I'm not going to sit here and have Ezekiel channel what's going to happen because, of course, we are creating this as we go. We're going to experience, each one of us, what we need to experience. But I do have some overall flow of direction, and I did want to share it with you because I think it's really important. I think things are going to speed up really fast. I think the changes that have been going on in the background are going to push out to the forefront, and it's time for the masses to wake up. We've been holding space for that a long time, and I think you're going to see a very interesting year in 2014. I can feel it. I can feel it right inside. But the main message when I tuned in with Ezekiel about this is your main message about moving through this, because it's going to be not what happens on the outside. It's going to be how you respond to it, what choices you make, and how you move through it as an awakened one. Here's what he says. The one true thing through it all is your connection to love and to your magnificent heart. When the world around you spins out of control and you misunderstand your emotions and what they're trying to share with you, the one ability that will steady you and bring you courage and hold you in your own space of love to light your way is your connection with Source, your connection with your heart, your connection with the truth of who you are. Nurture this connection like you would a heat flame in the dead of winter and a cool breeze on a hot August night. I thought that was really sweet, and it sure aligns with what I know. When I get confused, and boy, it is confusing out there, I go within. And if you don't have that connection nurtured, you don't know how to reach it, you can't maintain it, you've got some consciousness work to do. It's so important, especially through this coming year. Because I think you're going to see things change rapidly. And overall, I have a lot of visions and intentions, and I live a lot in that space already, in that space. Maybe some of you do too. So it's a real space for me. It's just not in this physical reality I'm in, but I do see this is the year where they come together unmistakably. I think we've all been frustrated waiting, right? Waiting for the signs outside, where the prosperity packages and the rest of the bankers and the currency revalues and the technologies we've been promised to make our health and our life better. Where are they? Well, they're already there. And they're going to poke through the surface in a big way, I think, in the first 3 months. The awaited changes in technology and healing and food and the environment and so forth, all's coming to the surface like cream, rising to the top, pushing everything else. And so I believe, I feel that is happening even as we speak, and it's going to intensify every day. I think that it's going to start rolling very, very quickly. And so you have that great feeling on the inside, it's there, but yet on the other hand, the outside world is spinning out of control, and it apparently, if you look with 3D eyes, seems to be headed for disaster, limiting opportunity, education, taking away freedom and liberty. It seems to be, our world on the outside seems to be shrinking, but really what's happening is it's crumbling and it's dissolving. And we've talked about this. But what this brought up for me, too, is way back in 92 or so, for the first half of the 90s and even longer, I studied with Gonzalo Melchizedek, who some of you know through the Flower of Life and through his heart work. And I remember way back when I first took the Flower of Life course and met Trumbulo, and he said, when the shift comes after 2012, and everyone knew it would, even way back then, he said, the world outside is going to spin. It's going to be so chaotic, it's going to make no sense. It's going to grow dark. And you could end up being very confused and very scared and traumatized. So it's important to learn that connection to go within source. When everything's crazy on the outside, you center and you go within. It reminds me of the Thunderbolt card in the Osho tarot deck, where the being is sitting in the yoga pose, and around him everything's exploding. I feel kind of that's what 2014 may be like. I feel it will be in many respects like that. And so your consciousness and your centeredness and your ability to connect is going to be profound. And when Drumbelow said that, I pictured a pretty instant event. Like back then I was thinking the Earth was going to tip on its axis, everything was going to go nuts, the dimensions were going to cave in on each other, so we'd be seeing 4D, 5D happening at the same time. And of course, if we don't understand that, we don't know where to dial our channel, it would be very confusing. Now, I don't see that as an instantaneous event where we have 3 days of confusion, we go inside and come back into a golden age. Now, I see it as a continuing, and a grandson up the stairs, a continuing process that's going to intensify over 2014. So by the time 2014 is concluding, there's going to be more clarity, more peace. And we, light workers this year especially, we're going to be called on to mentor, because there's going to be people confused in our families and around us. And your mentoring doesn't have to be, that you have a YouTube channel and you do reflections, or you have a website. Your mentoring is here where you are. Could be your neighbor, could be a homeless person, could be whomever it is. And conversely, there will be mentors coming in from higher dimensions and extraterrestrially to help you. And they could be anybody too. So you're going to have to just stay open and stay centered in your feeling space to take, to have these wonderful opportunities. And as the year comes to a close, I think you're going to feel like sometimes we say when we go on a long trail ride and we gallop a lot with the horses, and oh my gosh, we sweat and we have some difficulties maybe, and a horse gets away or someone falls, whatever. Anyway, we get back from our adventure all sweaty, grimy, dirty, and we cleaning everything up, putting away, rubbing our horse down and saying, whoa, what a ride. That was amazing. And we feel amazing. And that's what we're going to see at the end of 2012. Certainly an amazing, at the end of 2012, wow, I did go back. The end of 2014, certainly an amazing time. So keep this in mind. Remember to go within, catch the magic. Also, we have the Egypt trip coming up in March, and we're deciding to go or not. We need a few more people. It's great. It's great there. I've been talking with my sources, and it's going to be wonderful because it's not going to be real crowded. So if you're guided to make that return, please get a hold of us. Meantime, have a wonderful new year, and we'll see you again in 2014. Take care of who you are.